Hey, my Aquarius friends, how are you? Welcome. Welcome aboard if you are brand new. Welcome back if you're not, and welcome home if that fits perfectly for you. Let's talk about what's happening for you in September of 2024. This works for you if you're an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or if you happen to know or love someone who is. We always want to look at the most information we can gather. How brilliant is that, right? Also, please make sure that you are utilizing your intuition here, that you are pulling the most important information as it resonates with you, right? We don't want to have to force a message. We don't want to have to cobble a thing together. We don't want to have to try and conflate our own narrative to equal the message. If the message works for you, then pick it up and run with it if you'd like to. But if it doesn't, feel free to leave it here, right? Check your moon sign, check your rising sign, check your Venus sign. You may have messages there. And if none of those resonate, that's okay. Grab a pick a card reading if you really want a message. It's all good. It is all good. So let's talk about what's happening for you, Aquarius, in September of 2024, right? Yeah. So Uranus goes retrograde at the beginning of this month. Now, Uranus is your ruling planet. This also happens on the day that Pluto retrogrades back into Capricorn. So both of those involve you a little bit indirectly, right? So you want to pay attention to this Uranus retrograde simply because Uranus is your ruling planet. There's going to be some time and space for you in this month of September for you to do some really strong internal work. Now, that's a beautiful thing. You want to look at the places and ways where you are creating your own sense of resourcefulness, your own security, your own stability. And here we have reveal and resistance, right? Mercury and Taurus. So what is it that you're creating? It feels to me as though, so as we have this reveal here, what your revelation could be is that you have been in resistance to something, that you've been avoiding it, that you've been just looking kind of sideways at something and not really claiming it as part of your experience. And you know what? That happens, right? That's okay. But in September, you're going to be asked to look at something again, right? The places or ways that you have, let's call it, offered up your state or your energy to something or someone else. I'm going to say I would like you to go back and listen to the Taurus reading. You've got, I think Taurus had this reveal card and this Mercury and Taurus here. I just think there are messages for you in that Taurus reading. So if you, whether or not you have another placement in Taurus, I would like you to grab that one. I never imagined so much perfection. You are so very special, and be more selfish, right? So I feel like you've been giving yourself away in ways that might be uncomfortable to me, and it to you. Wow, to me. Let me personalize that. Why don't you? In ways that might be uncomfortable to you, and in those, yeah, I think you have a lot of options, and you have not been exercising them. I think you've been kind of keeping things in your pocket. I think you have a secret that you're trying not to even claim to yourself, right? It's an idea at this point, and it might be an option in your life. Ace of Wands. Yeah, I think you have a little secret that you're keeping, and it's like a secret desire. And in the month of September, you're going to be required to confront it. And you're really going to have to figure out whether that's the place you want to be putting your energy, whether that's actually creating a healthy state for you, or whether that is not, you know, because it could be a secret desire, but if it's not a healthy secret desire, then the question is, what are you doing? Listen to me. We have the Hanged Man and the Hermit, I'm going to say, in 5 or 6 readings this month. So everybody better pay attention to the things that are hidden and the way that we have to bring them into the light. Okay, listen up, Aquarius. You have this thing. I feel like it's like a splinter in your heart. And you know what it is. It burns there, right? It burns there. And in the month of September, you're going to have to figure out if this is just an idea, just a great idea. This is ooh, I'd love it if this happened. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't it happen? What if, what if, what if? But you're also being invited to look at the places where you have resistance to that. And what that resistance means is what is being shown to you, what is possible in your real life, and how are you doing the work to figure out whether this splinter in your heart, this splinter in your mind, this thing that won't go away is an obsession, or whether it's inviting you to do more work. Right? This might be an obsession about another person. This might be an obsession about creating something. I don't know the answer to it, but you do. You do. I want clarity on the Seven of Cups. Okay. The thing is, this is a fantasy, right? Seven of Cups is also a card of fantasy in addition, right? Okay. To being, in addition to being about options, the Seven of Cups is also about being lost in a fantasy. The Wheel of Fortune suggests it is time for you to put this to rest, right? Take the energy of whatever it is that you're devoting to this idea, this fantasy, and put it into action somewhere where it's going to be effective. Because this idea, this little romantic, whatever it is you have going on, it's not healthy in terms of the way that it's taking up your mental space. So if you put the idea to rest, then what will either happen is that it will come in as reality, or it will exit your field. But the way that it's being offered to you is shift your attention, right? Shift your attention. Step out of your fantasy into real life. Just kind of shift your perspective. It doesn't mean you have to give up on it. It just means that you can't allow it to be your obsession anymore. I feel like you already know what this means. So I'm just going to leave it there, my Aquarius friends. Gather your information, gather your energy back, and put yourself to work on something that's going to be productive, something that's going to be healthy for you. This unhealthy obsession, it's time to end that. By the end of September, I think you will do that. So, that's going to be a lot for you, but I think you've got this. Hit like, hit subscribe, come back, let me know how it goes, okay, Aquarius friends? This is a big deal, but I think in terms of your own future, you don't have a choice. You're going to have to move forward in your own power, right? In your own power. So, good luck, be blessed, and have a great September.